British boxer Anthony Joshua has cheated death, surviving a shocking car crash in Nigeria.
Wow, shocking. Anthony Joshua just survived a massive car crash, but there are serious questions to be answered. Was prophecy ignored? Let's dive into this. One of UK's top boxing giants in Anthony Joshua has dismantled and defeated Jake Paul, who came up against Mike Tyson and believes that he is capable to take on anyone, but he was flawed, and many people are suggesting that it was not down to the script. Jake Paul should have won and Anthony Joshua lost. Some are going as far as to say sacrifice. Now, about 10 days after celebrating in Nigeria, this happened.
British boxer Anthony Joshua has cheated death, surviving a shocking car crash in Nigeria that killed 2 other people. Footage shared on social media shows the 2-time heavyweight champion being helped out of the wreckage miraculously with minor injuries. Ben Downey reports.
This crash involving Anthony Joshua has shocked the boxing world, one of its most prominent stars escaping death by a matter of centimetres. The fatal crash near Lagos occurring just over a week after Anthony Joshua had knocked out YouTuber Jake Paul in Miami in a near $500 million bout. Witnesses at the scene on the side of the highway capturing the moment. The former heavyweight champion is carried out of the wreckage by his entourage with minor injuries before being taken to hospital. Police saying he was riding in the back seat as one of 5 occupants of a Lexus SUV. Its driver lost control after a burst tyre, crashing into a stationary truck, killing 2 passengers. They had reportedly travelled with Joshua to Nigeria to celebrate the win and festive season with family, before dying on what's known as one of Nigeria's most deadly roads.
5 occupants were in the car. Where are the other 2? I mean, where is the driver? No one is featuring the driver or interviewing the driver. And where is the other person if there were 5 occupants? Some are saying there were 4 occupants. The driver survived, and the 2 of Anthony Joshua's closest friends did not survive, and Anthony Joshua survived. And therefore, there is one that no one is talking about. And why is no one interviewing to get his side of the story? Jake Paul decided to send his best wishes.
Recent opponent Jake Paul posting online, "Life is much more important than boxing. I am praying for the lost lives, AJ, and anyone impacted by today's unfortunate accident."
But is Anthony Joshua's story is more prophetic, and was prophecy ignored? Was Anthony Joshua's attitude and behavior may have resulted in some decisions that either brought him down or saved him? Because many people are speculating about the choices that he's made recently. Of course, your friends are your friends and you want to stay close to your friends. And first of all, let's just say condolences to those who died in the car crash. Our thoughts and prayers at Jets Global View is with your family and friends and loved ones. And get well soon, Anthony Joshua, because you are a British legend in boxing and a lot of people look up to you, and we would love for you to survive, and we do not want to see anyone be unalive. We wish you a speedy recovery. We say life over here. But the question remains is that Anthony Joshua, closest friend, invited him to places to which he has made comments about Christianity as a whole, or religion as a whole, even though he was brought up in a Christian home, and obviously his mother and his sister are devoted Christians. But Joshua was flouting along an open mind view as to what he believes and which sort of direction he would follow. And then the question remains is that, was this resulted in what took place? Many are saying that look, Jake Paul put a spell on him and it's a curse and it wasn't part of the script, and he should have lost the fight and Jake Paul should have won it, and Joshua broke the contract and therefore he must be punished and paid. There's a lot of speculations out there, conspiracies and so on. We don't know the truth, so we just have to analyze and evaluate and look at the whole situation holistically and see if we can draw some sort of conclusion. So there have been many speculations that Anthony Joshua was considering switching sides, and after the photo posted, it was said that he was in a situation where many followers was disappointed with him. His sister is a devoted Christian, so is his mother, because they were all born as a Christian in a Christian home, and his sister was definitely a devoted Christian and dedicated, and you can see that she has no intention of switching sides. Anthony Joshua has been reported to have said that I don't have a preferred religion, I'd have to do research. I was born a Christian, but as I've grown into my own man, I don't attach myself to a religion. 100% have faith, and there's a prophecy that's coming up in a short while that suggests that because of some of his stance, his behavior, and what he has said may have contributed to some of these losses, and it was downhill from then. It is reported that he made these statements and these comments run about the 2017, 2018, 2019 mark, and since then it was downhill for him since then.
About the match, the boxing match between Anthony Joshua and Dubois.
And I was just telling where the match is going to end. What to the extent
of the round.
The round.
Everything.
Now watch this. Imagine somebody who doesn't know God will say, no, you will not talk about boxing. So are you telling me the people who are fighting, he doesn't know them?
Everything, even you described how he was going to be knocked out, and the round that was going to be knocked out.
Just imagine these people are fighting, and you already know who is going to go. Imagine, and how it's going to happen. As a matter of fact, could have ended second round. The man kept being given the actual round, and I said the reason why he's going to lose, he started going. Pastor Ricky was there.
That's right.
So he started going when he did something.
Yes, he was knocked down.
No, I said he will start going because of what?
Because of
the Muslim.
Because he tweeted a picture some years ago in a mosque, praying in a mosque, and you said that time he will start going down, and that's exactly when he started going down. He's never been the same since.
Right.
That's it. So you see, and I said you see even this one, he'll be beaten because of the same thing.
Now we have two conflicting theories. One is that the contract wasn't followed and Jake Paul wanted to destroy Anthony Joshua. That's one theory. And the other theory now is prophetic. Whether or not this was prophesied because of his allegiance with other religious groups. Now, do you believe what this guy is saying is true? Is there some credibility to what he's saying?
But sometimes your influence becomes so big that God is expecting you to actually speak of him on that platform, and then you don't. You start speaking another religion, and God says, I gave you this so that I can have voices in all the platforms on earth, and now you have refused to become my voice, so I'll also stop being your voice.
So he's essentially saying that Anthony Joshua was given a platform and millions of people are watching him, and he should have kind of mentioned his faith. You know, like you would find some athletes or some sports personality, whenever they get the platform or they are asked questions, the first thing they do, they give allegiance to God by saying, first and foremost, let's thank God for everything that he's done for us, and without God I couldn't have done it, giving God the glory. And he's saying Anthony Joshua didn't do that on these massive and mega platforms, and this could be as a result of his downfall. Now the question still remains, is that he lost two of his close friends, and that is tragic. And you know, my heart can only goes out to the family and those who are suffering as a result of that. And no one wishes anything bad on anyone, irrespective of religion, irrespective of anything whatsoever. You just want people to live, to be honest. So the big question now is that, do you think that there's been some curse behind this coming from the Jake Paul camp? There has been speculations about the tattoos that Jake Paul carries on his body, and some of which are satanic and demonic. And also there has been rituals to which he does before a fight.
But we're about to hit a team breathwork session, which is a ritual we've done, like a deep, long meditation. There's some weird spiritual higher powers controlling this career.
Was there some weird spiritual higher power, perhaps satanic power, as some have said, maybe controlling the vehicle that Anthony Joshua was traveling into, and what took place was as a result of a spell or some sort of retribution because Anthony Joshua allegedly not following the script and put Jake Paul to shame and smash his jaw in and so on? Or do you think it was prophetic because these were prophecy and Anthony Joshua, being born a Christian, should stay in his lane, despite there is no report that he has actually switched allegiance? Let's make that clear. But he was dabbling a little bit into different sort of religious ideology, and whether that has an impact on what took place. I'm interested to hear your views on this matter, so sound off in the comment section and let's have a discussion and a debate about this as to what may have caused his demise. And the big question is, was Anthony Joshua's crash prophetic, or was it a miracle survival? In other words, saved by God himself, because God has a plan for him. So I'd like to thank you very much for your time, and I shall see you on the other topic.